Welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. India wearables market records double-digit growth in the first quarter of 22, says IDC India. The India wearables market shipped 13.9 million units in the first quarter of 22, up 20.1% year-over-year, according to the recent data from the International Data Corporations, that is IDC India Monthly Wearable Device Tracker. This growth can be attributed to new launches, discounts across channels, and aggressive marketing by the brands. The ASP of the overall category declined 17.1% year-over-year, primarily due to the stronger decline in the ASP of watches. Watches continued to be the fastest growing category, shipping 3.7 million units with a growth of 173% year-over-year in the first quarter of 22, that is January to March. Basic watches accounted for 95.1% of the overall watch category shipments. Aggressive competition at entry-level price points helped the basic watches grow 202.1% year-over-year, whereas the smartwatch shipments declined 4.2% annually. Furthermore, the ASP of the watches declined 41.5% year-over-year to reach $50.3 in the first quarter of 22 compared to $86 in the same quarter last year. On the other hand, wristbands continued to decline annually for the 9th consecutive quarter. Overall wristwear, which includes watches and wristbands, grew 87.5% yearly in the first quarter of 22 with a total shipment of 4 million units. The ear-wear category accounted for 71.3% of the overall wearables category. The true wireless stereo, that is TWS devices, grew to 48.3% from 34.2% in the first quarter of 21, with a growth of 48.2% year-over-year. India wearables market records double-digit growth in January to March, BOAT noise on top. Aggressive discounts, new features, and a strong push from brands and channel partners are encouraging customers to upgrade and spend more on wearable watches. While dependence on devices like TWS and wearable watches is increasing, supply remains a concern for the industry. Intense competition in the sub-$50 category is pushing all brands to offer competitive offerings in terms of pricing, features, and device designs. The outlook for 2022 remains strong as wearables will try to attract users in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The healthy growth is attracting newer players to the market as brands in the other devices and accessory space are entering. With the continuing push from the brands, the second quarter of 22, that is April to June, is expected to see healthy year-over-year growth. The aggressive offers, sales, and marketing around the festive season in 2H22, that is July to December, are expected to continue this growth momentum through the year for the wearable device categories. Another reason for growth, with the PLI scheme for wearables announced by the government, key players in the ecosystem have begun foraying into local manufacturing of these devices and launching Made in India products, possibly leading to the further lowering of the ASPs. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. Rajnath Singh to launch 2 indigenous Indian Navy warships. 2 indigenous frontline warships named Surat and Udaigiri, built by the Indian Navy, will be launched at the Mazagon docks in Mumbai in the presence of Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. The frontline warships are next-generation stealth-guided missiles destroyers. According to the Defence Ministry, there are at present more than 50 ships and submarines in the making, and the Indian Navy comprises about 150 ships and submarines. AntFinancial and Alibaba exit Paytm Mall. Paytm Mall announced that it will be joining the ONDC, marking a departure from traditional physical goods e-commerce to explore opportunities in the export business. Paytm Mall also said that 2 of its key investors, Alibaba and AntFinancial, have exited the company. Alibaba would be exiting with over $3.5 million, while Ant Group would be exiting with over $1.8 million, and both will be writing off their investments. Paytm Mall will be paying back these investors at the share price of Rs 459 per share. Currently, Ant controls a 14.98% stake in Paytm Mall, while Alibaba holds 28.43%. Government extends April GST payment deadline till May 24th. The government extended the due date for April tax payment till May 24th due to the technical glitches on the GST portal. The Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs had said that a technical glitch has been reported by Infosys in the generation of April GSTR2B and auto-population of GSTR3B on the portal. GSTR2B is an auto-drafted input tax credit statement which is available to every GST registered entity based on the information furnished by their suppliers in their respective sales return form GSTR1. Delhi High Court penalizes ex-CBI interim director for approaching court over Twitter blue tick. Delhi High Court imposed a fine of Rs 10,000 on former CBI interim director and retired IPS officer M. Nageshwara Rao in connection with his petition against Twitter's decision to withdraw the blue verification tick from his account. Justice Yashwant Verma said there was absolutely no justification which warranted filing of the petition when a similar plea was disposed of by the court. Seeking restoration of the verification badge on Twitter, Rao said that the action of Twitter is violative of various provisions of the Constitution as it is an impairment of the right to free speech. Microsoft nearly doubling its salary budget, says CEO Satya Nadella. Microsoft's Chief Executive Officer Satya Nadella has announced plans to nearly double the company's budget for employee salary increases and boost the range of stock compensation by at least 25% to retain employees and help them cope with inflation. The doubling of the global budget will be done for merit basis increased wages. Nadella added that the company will award more money to employees in their early and mid-career stages as well as those in specific geographic locations. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.